Hey guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. How are y'all all doing today? I hope y'all are having an amazing start to your weekend. I know I am. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video. Like it now because you already know you're going to forget to like it later. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow, please subscribe. Go ahead to my website, jovibeauty.com, and get you one of our dope ass scarves, sweaters, mugs. We have a lot of nice items. We also have a beacon where you can find all the links to all of my channels and everything you need to know about me. It's in the description. I'm gonna drop it in the description. I'm gonna add it to the carousel so y'all can see it. Last but definitely not least, you can always do what? Donate to the channel. All donations are thoroughly appreciated. How are y'all doing? I see y'all in a week, y'all. I see y'all in a week, and the internet has lost their minds. It was real calm, okay? It was real calm. Well, it was normal calm, okay? It was kind of normal calm. I guess we get into the end of the year and everybody just want to turn up because we trying to clock in for the end of the year. It has been on one. When I left y'all, the conversation was Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, and that has escalated into YouTubers. Okay, they done got Armon up in it. Like, people are threatening lawsuits. Oh my God, everyone's threatening a lawsuit, and I'm here to talk to y'all about it. I was like, I was watching, and I said, you know what? We coming live today. This shit is out of control. So, how is everybody? Hey, Dawn. Hey, Butterfly. She said, I'm pressed. Remind me real quick, girl. I'm here for it. All right. I was, me neither. But here we are. Okay. Fuck it. I wasn't here all week. I had shit to do. Listen, where do we even start? Okay, so because of all that foolishness that we were speaking about last time with Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, and them going back and forth, and Cardi reading her and whatever. Then Armon Wiggins, he's a YouTuber, if you don't know. Okay, well, he made a comment basically saying that people only stream Cardi because I guess Cardi had a lot of sales. Again, I don't know, I don't watch sales. Cardi had a decent amount of sales, and like, oh, people only stream Cardi because they don't like Nicki, or people only support not Cardi because they don't like Nicki. Like, I don't really fuck with either one of them. Okay, right is right and wrong is wrong. All right, but nonetheless, so Cardi heard about it. Shout out to Coffee City because I would not have been up on this shit. I watched it, okay? I watched Cardi B drag Armon Wiggins. It was like 30 minutes. I watched like 20, okay? And then I went and watched Armon's response. I'm going to give you an overarching view of what occurred, what was said, and what is going on. We're also going to talk about Milagros Graham, who is currently being sued by Meg Thee Stallion. And I just found out, I didn't know, maybe I should have known, child. I don't know. Is currently trying to form a class action lawsuit. According to Milagro, and I saw a video she posted this morning, a live she streamed this morning. She's trying to form a class action lawsuit against YouTuber Tasha K. And apparently she's being sued by somebody else. Listen. Wait, let me drink some water. This shit is diabolical, okay? So, let's start with Cardi and Armon, shall we? Cool. So Cardi B, she's entertaining. I'm not gonna hold you. She is fucking rather entertaining. If she was not a rapper, she would have been a big ass YouTuber. I'm telling you, she is entertaining. She be saying the things. She be dragging the drag. Okay. She went off on Armon. She threatened him, which I thought was wild because hello, why would you do that? But when you start going, I guess you start going. Okay, she from the Bronx, I guess. So she was talking about, what Armand said about, people only listen to her because they don't like Nikki or whatever, or when she's beefing with Nikki or whatever the situation is. She was talking about Armand. She called that nigga ugly. She said, and I felt it. I ain't gonna hold you. I felt it. I felt everything she was saying, except for basically threatening him, like, because that's what happened. She was like, she said he ain't shit. He always talking about YouTubers. And I thought of when he came on here and tried to talk shit about me and my hair. And I was like, oh yeah, he does. Or when he got up and tried to talk shit about Bree when Bree wasn't even talking about him at the time. He just decided to wake up and be diabolical. When he was talking about OG, what's her name? OG? I don't remember. From Love and Hip Hop, when he called her a gorilla. She basically said he got mommy issues, which I kind of, I kind of agree with. She basically said he got mommy issues. Wait. Okay. Okay, sorry. I'm just checking. My phone go off. I gotta check. She said he got mommy issues. She was speaking why Ken Barbie is better than him. She said, because we have all said this, Armon is immensely talented, right? But the shit he does, directly or indirectly, okay, fucks him every time. She basically said, you are so talented and you should be way farther than you are, etc., etc. But your behavior, how you act, stands in the way of his accomplishments, right? Like, you could be so far in life. That's basically what she said. He could have been so far in life, but no, you want to be a problem. But no, you always want to be catty. You always want to do too much. And like, that is a lot of people's issue with Armon. Like, he's talented, he's whatever, but then he gets into his villain arch and start acting a fucking fool, and it keeps messing him up. We've seen how the Fox Soul situation happened, jumping into the deep end without a lifeboat. Apparently, because of all the shit he's said about Cardi, he was supposed to be on Angela Yee's show or something shit like that. I don't know if he was on it, was supposed to be on it, didn't get to go on it, whatever the case is. Cardi deaded that. Like, and like I said, directly or indirectly, the shit that he do causes people to be like, or the shit that he does to other people makes them be like, no, I'm gonna put a stop to your bag because you fucking playing with me. And no, right? So she ain't say no lie. She said, you trying to stunt. She said where he lived. Child, we YouTubers. The fuck, we ain't millionaires and we ain't these white YouTubers, but whatever. She's like, you always fronting and stunting like you doing so well, but you not. She's like, I'm gonna keep fucking you over. That's basically what she said. And she said people keep telling her about you, the gays keep talking about you. And that she wouldn't even send a straight dude to beat his ass. She would send someone like him to beat his ass. If she was gonna get his ass beat. That's allegedly, child. Don't come for me. I didn't say it. Cardi said it. Yeah, that's basically what she said. She said he got mommy issues. She said he hates black. Could talk about her, but like, bro, you're black and you hate black women, okay? And like, we have been saying that for years, so I don't think that's a brand new thing for the masses. But the way she drug him, and again, everybody looking at Cardi B, the way she drug him, and she didn't say his name once. She said, I don't like to say people, because I'm giving you clout. She didn't say his name once, but if you knew, you knew, okay? So then, after that, I went to sleep. I think I went to sleep because I think I saw that at night. I went to sleep and then I woke up. And then Armon had responded. He must have went live or something. And he had people up there. It was like, oh, people was waking me up to tell me what you said. I don't believe that. I think he absolutely was there watching and saw what she said, but whatever. And was like, oh, send me the clips. Send me the clips. I'm a sewer. I'm a sewer. She threatening me. She threatening me. And oh, yeah. And Cardi was basically saying that Armon be trying to bully people. Okay. And he ain't gonna bully her. She gonna bully the bully. That's how we do in New York. You ain't gonna bully me, ho. I'm gonna bully you. Okay. You want to bully me? I'm gonna show you what a bully is. That's why we do it here. Play with me if you want to. Okay. So that happened. And then he's screaming about how she's bullying him. She's threatening him. She did threaten him, like, you can't, whatever, she kind of did threaten him. She could probably get out of it because she probably got way better lawyers than him. But she threatened him. She said she know exactly where he lived. I think she called out the street. She was real specific. Okay, I'm not surprised. Where he lives. Okay, it's not whatever. She called out the street, and he had subscribers up there talking shit. Like, I don't know if I would have brought subscribers up there because they're in their own house comfortable. She ain't coming for them. She coming for you. Okay, if you gonna say some shit, say some shit. Be the victim. Be the victim. And I believe I heard him say recently. I don't know where. It might have been IG. Might have been. I don't know. No, I think he got me blocked on IG. It might have been Twitter. Okay, I'm not sure. But I think I heard him say recently, I think him and Tasha K have squashed their beef. Okay, I believe so. I think they want to live together. Child, I don't know. I have my own shit going on. But I think they want to live together, whatever. So I think they semi-squashed their beef. And I think I heard him say something about, and real shit, that Tasha K is right when she said being fucking friendly with YouTubers. Because honestly, yeah, being friends with celebrities when you are a YouTuber who speaks on gossip is not good. Okay? It's not good because they expect you, they expect you to always go for them and not complain about them or not say nothing negative about them. And I think he said recently that Tasha K was right. He should have never did that. He want to be a star. He want to be friends with these people. And you can't necessarily be friends with people that you got to turn around and talk shit about. Right. And it's not like Armon creates the type of content where, again, he's very talented. He be going off. He's entertaining as fuck. Okay. I click on his videos. I ain't gonna say I don't. I click on his videos every once in a while and watch a couple of minutes. He's entertaining. It's just what it is. It's cool. So, but the way he gives it up is not like, okay, to use another female pop YouTuber. Let's talk about Zach Campbell. If you compare Zach Campbell with Armon, I don't see Zach Campbell love him to Beyonce. Okay, cool. But I don't necessarily see him all up in their faces, right? At their parties or whatever. And even if he is, he doesn't really post that sort of shit, right? And then when he speaks on things, even when he don't like it, he don't be dragging you. The only person he literally dragged recently, and the only person I've ever seen him really drag is Nicki Minaj, because of the shade she was doing to Beyonce. And he's a Beyonce fan, like kind of stan, he loved him some Beyonce. But the only person I've ever seen him drag was like Nicki Minaj. He ain't gonna fuck with a chip slay, right? But for the most part, Zach, even if he think your shit is not a bop and a flop, Okay, because I watched that too. Even if he think your shit is not the best, he won't drag you and drag it like Armon will. Armon will drag some shit to the pits of hell. Right? And shit, he makes content sometimes where it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna see you, I'm gonna punch you in your throat. I can see why some people might be like, okay, the lady he called the gorilla because she was African or whatever. I could see if she was to ever see him, why she would want to run up on him. Like, the disrespect be disrespectful. Okay. He be going off. He be trying to, and a lot of things you can't come back from when you go. And we got to remember, and I think some people don't really comprehend that because they think they can just get away with things and people gonna get over it or whatever the fucking case is. Like, you are accountable for what you do in this world, right? So when you dragging people to hell, okay, you can't then turn around and want to go to a party where they might be at and don't think it's gonna be smoke. You can't befriend people or attempt to befriend people, become a close associate. So whatever the fuck he was trying to do with Cardi, and then think she ain't gonna feel a way if you say some negative shit to her. I'm gonna feel a way if one of my friends says some wild fucking monkey fuck shit about me to other friends, let alone, oh, you don't like some shit I did or my body of work, basically. And instead of having, like talking to me, oh no, because we supposed to be cool, right? We supposed to be cool because you took it from that is just a person you were speaking about. They're a celebrity, you're a YouTuber, yada yada, to wanting to befriend them. And now that you befriend them, now it means something, right? People could, anybody could go and say some fuck shit and Cardi might address it, she might not. But since you called herself wanting to be her friend for a time and y'all spoke and y'all were allegedly trying to be cool or some shit, now it's an added layer of fuck you, I'm gonna run up on you. Because I doubt if anybody said what Armon said, anybody else could have said it. It could again, Armon is not in control of if his comments go viral. Anybody could have said that shit, and the shit could have went viral. And I don't think Cardi would have responded the way she responded, or might have not even responded. Well, she probably would have responded because she be in her emotions. She's a Libra. She would have responded, right? But I don't think she would have responded to the same extent that she did with or she has done or will be doing with Armon, because they ain't got, you just a stranger. You just a stranger. You ain't never tried to be cool with me. You ain't never whatever. You just some stranger danger ass bitch. That's it. You understand what I'm saying? So that happened. I'm trying to think if anything else within that situation happened that I'm missing or forgetting. Okay, that happened. Armand spoke about it like 3 times. I ain't mad at him. Get your clicks, get your views, do whatever you need to do. But then you got to understand, you're either going to be a celebrity or a YouTuber or creator. You can't really be both. You either want to go and sit up in these celebrity faces and then you make fluff pieces on them, and those sort of Access Hollywood pieces on them that makes them look good, like they used to do back in the day. You could have done that back, when I say the day, I mean like the 60s and 70s, where exposés weren't really a thing, where people wrote, where reporters wrote what the celebrity or the show or the whatever wanted them to write, so they would bring you in. I forgot, there's a movie, I recently just seen it again, I forgot the name. Goldie Hawn's daughter is in it. She's a groupie, and it's like a young dude who's a reporter in it. I can't remember the name right now, but basically, they were like, yeah, we're gonna let him come, we're gonna let him, try out some of the groupies or whatever, because he gonna write a really good piece for us in the Rolling Stones. It was based in like the 60s or something. But that's what it is. If I'm inviting you to brunch and pride parties and shit, bitch, you can't be writing no wild shit on me. That's it. No shade. That's tea. No shade. That's just tea. That's why you can't do it. He said Dawn said you are 100% right, Jovi. It's like Jason Lee feeling a way about the Carters, especially at Beyonce, because he somewhat considers them friends. Or so, yes. Yeah. That's just that's the part that I think he's missing. You can't be both. You either gonna be a YouTuber or you're gonna be a rapper and a celebrity, but you just can't be both. And you gotta understand that anybody that you talk shit about is going to actively work against you. That's just what it is. That's just human nature. That's just who. I'm not mad at Cardi for calling Angela Yee, and I'm not. Oh, why would Cardi do that? Why the fuck? What? That is the most common sense part of this whole equation. Like, but when you are like thinking you're entitled and whatever, and why would somebody do that to me? Why would you do that to them, knowing that they didn't invited you to the party and had you play and was playing nice to you and all of that shit? You can't do upon those as you want them to do upon you. No shade, just tea. No shade, just tea. Okay. I ain't hear Nikki say shit all week. Somebody probably, I fucking lied. Nikki done turned her attention to Keisha K. What's her name? Keisha Kayor, Gucci Mane wife. So, for whatever reason, Nicki Minaj is mad at Keisha Kayor because she is trying to take care of her husband the way Kenneth should be trying to take care of Nicki. I said what I said. Yes, I know what I said, but I'm never trying to be at a party with Nicki Minaj. I said what I said, okay? She's mad because Keisha is able to recognize if you are with somebody, I would assume like Kim Kardashian when she was with Kanye, whatever, you see it starting to escalate, right? Regardless if you with somebody who has depression or whatever, not even with them, just in your house, they could be your fucking child, your parent, your friend. You know their cycles especially if you're close to them, right? Cool. Yep, you live with them, especially you see it coming because after a while, coincidences aren't coincidences. They're what? A fucking pattern, okay? Cool. I just had my greedy ass. I'm sorry. Why I just had a flash of oysters in my head. Like that's what I need to eat. I'm here talking about Nicki Minaj and Keisha Kayor, and my mind just went to fucking oysters. Anyway, my bad. My bad. Ooh, my bad. That shit sounds delicious. My bad. I'm gonna go make me some oysters. All right, later on. Because that shit really just popped in my head. Anywho, so Nikki was calling Keisha ugly. I don't know what her or saying she didn't age well, whatever the fuck she said. Because again, I try not to get to not. I personally think Nicki Minaj has issues. What those issues are, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But according to Cardi B, her doctor said that she is schizophrenic and she's a little bipolar. It would seem that way based on her actions, but hey, whatever. So I try not to go too deep into everything that she said because it's just gonna make my head hurt. And you know what they say when you listen to crazy, when you try to understand crazy people, it's just gonna make you crazy. Okay, when you start understanding the psychosis, bitch, you psychosis. Okay, I read another article because y'all know I like to read. Mind your business. That said, you know, like schizophrenics, like they hear shit, like people talking to them. I got somebody in my family who's like that, right? And they was going on a whole thing about like how you hallucinate and shit. Right? They told me some shit. I'm not gonna say what they told me, but they just was we was talking about whatever. It was a long time ago though. And I was just trying to figure out, you gonna take your medicine, because at that time I was still trying to be, I still didn't fully comprehend that you just can't help people with mental health issues unless they want to help themselves, right? Cool. So I was still trying at this point. It's a younger cousin of mine. So I was still trying, my little baby cousin, like this shit can't be real, because you don't want to believe that shit about people that you love and grew up with and you see normal and you don't want to believe that shit, but it is what it is. He was telling me about a relationship he was in with a whole fucking celebrity child, a whole one. Okay, that was not true. And like he believed that shit with everything in his fucking soul. Conversations they were having and all of this shit with everything in his fucking soul. And it wasn't true. It just wasn't true. The celebrity at the time was all up in the news. It was all a bunch of shit. I'm like, you're not speaking to, it was Meg Thee Stallion. And it was during all the crazy. No, you were not. But they believed it. So I read this article recently. It just came across my thing. I don't know. That basically said, and peep this, and this might have a lot to do with Nicki too. I saw Tasha K posted a lot of shit that Nicki Minaj told her, like it's facts. And this might, okay. So when you are schizophrenic, right? They've been doing tests on this shit forever. You hallucinate and shit. The part of your brain, like when you're hallucinating, speaking to whoever, a conversation or whatever, that's not actually happening, but it's happening for you. It's not like, the voices in our heads. We're not crazy. Hold on. Like like how I just had a thought about oysters and I was thinking about my Rockefeller and how I was going to turn it up. I had that whole thought in my head and I'm talking like, here, we're going to get these oysters. Not like that. The part of your brain that goes off when you have those thoughts are not the part of your brain that goes off when people who are schizophrenic have these conversations with their hallucinations. The part of their brain that goes off is the part of your brain that goes off when someone is actively having a conversation with you. So like they're not hearing it as, because we were like, bro, it's in your head, no, they're not hearing it as me having this conversation per se about the oysters that I'm about to get, about the oysters in my head. They're hearing it like you are currently hearing me from your computer, or not even like somebody is standing next to you, standing in front of you, not even a recording. That's what they said. A part of the brain that is active when a schizophrenic is having these conversations that aren't really happening or whatever, is the part of the brain that is activated when you are having a conversation with someone face to face. Buck wow. Ain't that fucking crazy? So when you tell them, people like this, that it's in their head, they understand that it's not in their head because the parts of their brain that is activated when you're having a talk to yourself or answering yourself or whatever the fuck you're doing in your head, is not the same part that is activated when you are hallucinating. When you are hallucinating, you are literally hearing, even though it's still coming from you, but the part of your brain that's activated is the part of the brain that's activated when you are having a one-on-one conversation with somebody, which is wild bananas, which explains so much, which explains why they really, really don't be comprehending that, and they really be, because they really feel like this shit happened for real. And I think that's a lot of the shit that's happening with Nicki. I don't think it's a lot of whatever is going on, her smoke with Jay-Z, or her smoke. I think a lot of the conversations and situations that she thinks happened didn't really happen. It's remembered like it was real, right? But it was an active hallucination. That's mind blowing, ain't it? Because they're not remembering it like, they're remembering it as something that actually happened in their mind. They heard it, they saw it. It's true to them. It's wow. Pew. Mind blown. Blown mind. Mind blown, blown mind. Mm-hmm. Hey Bree, how are you? How are you? She said, um, let's move on to Milagros, because we didn't even talk about Nicki. So Milagros, Jesus, child. Where do we begin? So the lawsuit is coming upon us. It's probably gonna be in like 2 weeks. The situation with her and Meg the Stallion. Cool. Let's put that shit to the side. Why in the discovery? Remember, Milagros was supposed to give the phone. She tried to delete a lot of conversations. They're able to pull those things back up, girl. Okay. This is 2025. Okay. They damn near reading our minds at this point. But they're able to pull that shit up. She deleted a lot of shit, but cool. That had to do with Megan, which implied to the judge that yeah, you were being paid, et cetera, et cetera. So she fucked already. She's fucked already. Okay. That right there, the judge is saying because you deleted so and so, we're going to just assume yes, you did receive payments to be saying the things that you said. People are even saying that she boinked the dad. Child, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the assumption. I'm not gonna say where her coochie went. I'm not gonna say where her coochie went and what her coochie was doing. But I wouldn't be surprised that people that's the word on the curb. Okay. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's the word on the curb. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised. While they were digging through Millie's phone, allegedly, I saw, who was it? Bonnie Blue on IG. I believe I saw it this week. If not, it was this week, last weekend. But I believe I saw her this week. Why the fuck are they saying, and apparently this is true, but allegedly, because we don't want to get hit. If you knew here, every time I knock the table, it's allegedly. Okay, listen. Why are they talking about Millie ass had video on her phone, photos and videos on her phone of men at a party or some shit like that she had? Someone was passed out in a room, and he was being essayed by two other dudes, and Millie apparently picked the lock to get in, not to help the dude who was passed out at her house, allegedly, but to record it and be laughing about it. Listen, Bonnie said it in a thing, and I've been saying it, and I fully believe this shit for real. Like, people's character are they fucking character. Okay? Anybody who sits up and will go so hard, they are literally now being sued by the victim for an alleged man who abused a woman, from an alleged abuse, not alleged because he convicted, from an abuser who is literally in jail, allegedly take funds to do it, is not a good human being. I'm gonna just say that. You got to be very fucking careful with people. When people show you their character, believe it. It's not a lot of the times, and a lot of the times, yeah, we be on here, we be, we be doing the most, and y'all don't really know us personally, right? Y'all know us by what we give you on the social media, right? But if someone's spirit or energy is always nasty, negative, trying to show I ate or no of a fucking victim of an abuse victim, because being empowered is abuse, of a fucking violent situation for clicks and fucking giggles, you have to question their character. No shade, but tea. That goes for anybody. I just had this whole speech about how Armon not comprehending why Cardi would go as hard as she go. Like, you are accountable for your behavior. You act an ass. You show the world your most negative behaviors because that's just what comes out of you. Because again, at the end of the day, especially when you live streaming, if you're making a video, you could cut, edit, start again. But when we sit on this bitch for an hour and a half live, straight, 2 hours, 3 hours, some people, all day, every day, and go off all day, every day, for hours at a time, you are seeing, especially in lives, you can't fake it that much. Your real, who you really are, is gonna come the fuck out. It's gonna come out. All of that shit with the AI or no, all of that shit with trying to beat down Meg because you don't like her, because y'all from Texas and you just don't like her, and then you want to let a man who pops a woman, you rallying for him because you don't like a bitch, because you don't like women, because you don't whatever. That shit comes out in real time. You can't go back and take that shit back. Character is important. When people show you who they are, I believe them. Now, for a long time, y'all seen the growth. I be trying with people. I do. Wanting to think better of people. I get it. We all do it. Y'all do it. Da 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 da. But like with just the reality of the fucking world, we don't have don't have the leisure to be so fucking forgiving. I have been forgiving of, especially in my youth, of people and things, and like, damn, I shouldn't have even continued being friends with this one or that one, because they showed me who they were a long time ago, but I just didn't want to fucking believe it. And you know what happened? They fucked you up harder. They fucked you harder, or worse. Whoever the guy is, he's suing her now. Side note. That's the we'll get to that. He's suing her apparently. And I believe that's the photo that Tasha K posted last night of Milagros getting served with yet another lawsuit. Whoever that guy was that was at her house, and I'm not blaming the victim, I'm not doing none of that. You have to, again, we learn from people's examples so we don't have to learn ourselves. Okay? We don't want to have to touch the stove. I'm telling you why not to touch the stove. Now, if you want to fucking touch the stove, and I'm gonna show everybody else your burn so they know not to touch the fucking stove. If you feel me, you feel me. That guy who passed out at Milagros, who knows why he passed out? But people, man, woman, who make excuses for abusers are likely to make excuses for more abusers, are likely to put you in a position where you are abused and they laughing about it and recording it. And apparently she posted it on her Discord and don't even have enough common sense to even fake empathy. Because that's the problem. You don't have you can't have empathy if you did all of this shit to hear me, Tasha K, to Meg Thee Stallion. You can't. As a woman, you know, as just a decent human being, you just couldn't. You just can't. There's no way you could tell me you are any sort of decent human being posting AI videos of Orno of anybody, let alone someone who was palled by a dude, going ape shit over a dude who is a hothead and is abusive of women. You can't tell me that. But because, and I guess this is how they get caught up, and we can see them, they don't understand the ramifications. The fact that she allegedly, Milagros, allegedly posted the video of her breaking into a door and an alleged SA occurring and her recording it, not recording it for the police to make sure, you know, whoever did it is charged or whatever. No, recording it for shits and giggles and clicks and views. The fact that it was posted says that you're wicked. And you didn't have enough sense to even understand that is too far. That is, because you know there's some real evil people out here that would record it or will whatever, but we'll never know about it because they at least have the common sense to know. Not saying that she don't got no common sense, but you understand what I'm saying. There's levels to this. Or, you know, to know that if people see if people see me for who I actively am, who I really am, it's going to, you know, make people push away from me. It's going to get me in trouble. That's how serial killers get away with it, because they understand, they play a good play for the masses because they understand that part. Right? But when you don't understand that part, you're like the dudes who pow people and post the gun and live stream it or record your drugs and post it. Record you cooking up the cooks and post it. Record all this money and then confuse the why you robbed. Record a fucking SA and not even have it in your phone and post it on a server where anybody could join. It's fucking bananas. So she's getting the lawsuit with Meg Thee Stallion is in about 2 weeks, I believe. It starts in about 2 weeks, the trial. Then she just got served with who I believe is the guy who was essayed in that video. Cool. Tasha K posted the photo from the person who served her. Now, I for a second I thought, did the guy who served her give her the picture? No, it was probably, they probably recorded it because, just to make sure, hey, and give it to the person who was suing her. Tasha K probably got the clip, the screenshot, whatever, of Milagro coming to the door, so Tasha K probably got that screenshot from the person who was suing her. Not, in my opinion, not the server, because why would he risk his fucking career to give Tasha K a photo, right? Cool. So I think that happened. And then Milagros went live earlier today. No, yep, she went live earlier today. Then she did a whole premiere, child. She did a live. I think she started doing the premieres because I think maybe she she do it. And if anything she said that was wild, like I said a little while ago, we can't rewind the live. Y'all already heard. If I say some monkey fuck shit, y'all heard me say the monkey fuck shit. I can't go back and cut it out. But in the premiere, you could do it, then go back and edit it and then post it on the thing. So I think that's why she started doing more premieres, so she can catch herself when she's doing wild fuck shit, which is probably smart because everything else has not been really smart. She's about to get sued to oblivion by Meg Thee Stallion, and then she might get sued and then be charged with some sort of essay conspiracy or some shit. All this for clicks and fucking views. Or just because you might be a really nasty person. And I'm not talking about cleaning up nasty. Just a really nasty person. Because none of this shit had to happen. There was so many times when she could have just stopped. It was so many times, even after everything she did, during the trial and all of this shit. When Meg first sent her cease and desist, she could have stopped. I was on here telling her, Bree, fucking even Tasha K, who owed Cardi B $4 million fucking dollars, was up here telling you, just stop, apologize, cut it. She gave a fake apology, all of this, all of that. I don't care fuck how many clicks, views, donations, $20 you got from those live streams. It ain't gonna be able to pay off what Meg about to get out of you. But like I said, maybe it's just she can't help it. And just because she's a YouTuber, we're just able to see it for what it is. There's a lot of really nasty people in the world. We want to pretend like there's not, but like about half these hoes out here is real nasty. It's nasty human beings for whatever reason. I ain't their therapist. I ain't trying to figure it out. But you just have to know when to not engage with people like that. I feel bad for the guy who was SA'd because what the fuck? But just be aware. Don't be hanging out with people who ain't shit. Don't be hanging out with people who ain't shit. I don't care if you think they cool or that's just a whatever. Don't do that shit. Because when they turn you into a victim, nobody is surprised but you. Ask King Payne. Him and Armon was best friends for fucking since what? Forever. Since they've known each other since like elementary school or junior high school or some shit like that. When people are just for whatever reason, nasty. For whatever reason. They can have all the reasons in the book. They could have valid reasons. They were abused. They were whatever. They can have valid reasons, but and you can feel empathy. You can feel empathy for them. You can feel empathy for them, of course. But you don't put yourself in a position for them to make you their next victim. Because you feeling empathetic for them are just gonna make them be angry at you. Why? I don't know why they do this shit, but it's not our job to figure it out. I said what I said. So I'm gonna get into these comments. I'm gonna drop the link. I hope everyone is having a great day. Don't forget to like the channel, subscribe to the channel, follow me on my other social media platforms. Oh yeah, let me drop my beacon. Well, I forgot to drop the damn beacon. I'm gonna drop it in the thing so y'all can follow me. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channels. No. Okay. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channels. Donate to the channel if you can. Oh, let me get out of here. Wait, hold on. Wait 1 second. Did I not? Hold up. Subscribe to the channel. I completely forgot to do this. All right, cool. And all that good shit. Don't forget to share the video. Drop your likes or dislike. I don't care. Just do something. Anyway, let's get into it. Yes, please share the live. Thank you, Bree. Thank you, B. He can't. Yes, it's a conflict of interest. You can't be cool with people and then talk about them in negative. You just come on now. I don't understand why you don't understand. We talking about Armon here. I don't understand why you don't understand. But I think he said he understood that because Tasha K been saying that. And he's like he was feeling like he could be friends with them and then turn around and drag them. That's not how this goes. You can't. You just can't. You just can't. She said I saw he released some music. That's why I got the photo from. It was a diss track. Girl. We need 60 more likes according to Bree, okay? She said he can't be a good friend when he threw his childhood friend to the wayside. Yeah. We all remember that. I remember T-Pain's, T-Pain, King Pain saying that. King Pain is another YouTuber. I remember when King Pain was first on YouTube and trying to grow his channel, and Armon would act like he was doing him such a big favor, having him sit next to him and shading him. But that's supposed to be your friend. I thought it was weird from then. Thank God King Pain saw it eventually for what the fuck it was and fell the fuck back. Because it was he would bring him up there just to belittle him. My opinion. And if he could do that to somebody who he has known since junior fucking high school. Nah. Almost famous. Thank you, Bree. Yes. Almost famous. Back then. You're going to have to write some fluff pieces if you want to come along and ride with the band. If you want to ride with the band, you want to chill with the band, you have to write some nice shit about the band. Okay? She said you 100% right, Jovi. It's okay, I read that part apart. I read that part before. Our mom putting out music that no one is talking about. He been antagonizing that woman. for weeks trying to get attention. Armon, you're not going to be a rapper or a singer. I don't know if he raps or sings. I don't know. Like, you're 35 plus. It's the same shit we tell the motherfuckers, who are in the street and they still trying to be a rapper at 35. It's just not going to happen. No shade, no tea. But you can continue to work on your YouTube, on your content, grow, get back onto, a channel, a television channel or something like that. Hold on, we got Bree up here. Let me turn this daggone volume so I could hear her, because I be last minute it. Hold on. Hey Bree.
Hey Jovi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Live from Asia. No. Uh I
Don't
didn't
come
mean
back here. Don't come back here.
listen. I see the mess. I see the mess. I've been seeing it all. But no, unfortunately for Armand, he literally got exposed in the worst way possible because he was itching for her to respond to him. And when she did, she ate him up. She even
Mhm.
said he wasn't hot in the gay community. And I know that made him cry. That's what made him cry. It wasn't the fact that she said he had all them teeth. It wasn't the fact to say that she said he wasn't teeth. It was the fact that she went and got Meg the Stallion's hairstylist, Kellen Drake, or whatever his last name is, the one who
Mhm.
be doing her hair, who's always with her. And she said, "You not him." And I said, "Oh my God." Because he is short. He's not as buff. He's not having his way. So that hurt him. She took it to the Rainbow
Mhm.
Coalition
And
to
to
hit
be
hit
in to be black in the gay community, you got to be fine. You got to be tall, built, or else that.
Yeah, she said he was regular degular. And I said, child, that's why he was crying like that. It wasn't because she was coming for him saying he had mommy issues, even though I feel like she was in my bushes saying all that. I
Mhm.
said, now she got cues from me, but I'm here for it. I didn't like that she attacked him, but at the end of the day, he wanted this because he is a clout chaser. She read him right. And you know what? This baby is giving her the strength to beat all these heifers up because we haven't seen Cardi so coherent, clear, focused in such a long time. And I said, it must be the baby giving her the strength because before, when she was tied to that man off the cheat, she was out here blind, stupid, and dumb. And please don't get mad at Jovi. Bree said that. Now, as for Milagro, honestly and truly, this could have been prevented. Like I
The
was saying in
whole
the
thing
chat,
could have been prevented.
a certain content creator who I used to be cool with said a very long time ago that she had disturbing videos in her Discord from the Caleb Walker situation down to the Camp Mob situation. And that's
Mm.
why they would fight so heavily because he said, one day you're going to go to prison. And I'm like, yeah, because what she's doing is a cyber crime. And she doesn't understand that Megan is going to use this to get her off the internet. I've been saying that since this thing started, and she thinks it's a game because she did or didn't was philandering with Tory Lanez and other celebrities. Where are they now? They're just not helping
They're
you.
not here.
Tiana Taylor made you take them pictures down off your platform so that there's no association with you. Like, look at what's going on. And DJ Academics is pretending to be at her defense, but where is the money for her lawyers? They used her.
Yeah.
And I think those Unite the People, I think one of them are about to get disbarred because they're out here practicing law and taking money and they supposed to be a nonprofit. Baby Megan was not playing with y'all. She said, I'm going to do a 2-for-1 special and she's gathering everybody. Um, as far as it, I think Nicki Minaj helped Milagro in some type of way. I can't put my finger on it exactly to what extent,
Mhm.
but the charge of energy, the way she's been acting, that wasn't Tory Lanez alone. That was other people, hence why she didn't want to turn over that evidence. And I think one of the biggest ones is Nicki Minaj. That's why she's been so silent. We have never seen her be silent about Meg, but all of a sudden she's super silent but going in on Cardi. Make it make sense. She doesn't like either of them.
I didn't
So
even
my
think
thing
of
is,
that, but you're right. Now that you say that, yeah. Oh hell
let's
yeah.
Listen, I peeped the scene because in the line of work we've been in, you
Hmm.
have to be able to see the strategy and the gameplay out before it even happens. And I've been
Yeah,
peeping the strategies, I've been peeping the alliances, and I've been peeping how people have been falling back. And that speaks bigger than anything. When nobody wants to help you, that shows you are the problem. You can't be trusted. You mean to tell me all these people who feel like Megan the Stallion is a liar, nobody wants to give you no money? Like, nobody.
nobody.
That's because they know the truth. And I keep telling people, y'all keep believing these liars, they're gonna get done up next. Seeing people align themselves with celebrities will never bring their platform to the lengths it can go, because aligning yourself with someone who's only about self never ends properly. Hence why I love the Oprah Winfrey, the Wendy Williams, the Diane Sawyer, the Barbara Walters strategy of just, I'm for self, I'm for the people. I will be a safe space if the bag hit right, and you see they were only safe to people
Yeah.
certain people, and they still would expose them, but they wouldn't go as hard. So you have to understand there's a balance, because if these people can use you and toss you to the wayside, they will. Look at Sandra Rose. She is a prime example. She used to have all the hot tea. Now she's no longer the hot girl because she was too busy aligning herself with celebrities and signing NDAs. Please, I want to do the breaking story. Okay, my your subscriber base and your support should always be what drives you to the lengths of your
Yeah.
success. That's just
Not
my
one
humble
to go
opinion.
to parties. Like,
Yeah, you could get invited to the party simply by just being yourself. But that's all I have for y'all. Make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the channel, make sure y'all hit them links. And Jovi is back. Get your scarf, get your mugs, because we are boycotting the machines. We are boycotting the industries, except for, our platforms, of course. On that note, make sure y'all vote in the midterms. I'm dropping down. Thank you, Jovi.
all right, girl, bye. Oh my God. The link is in the description in case anybody else would like to come up and tell me their 2 cents on what the hell is going on. I completely forgot. But yeah. And let's not act like Millie wasn't on site when it used to be like a show. While Raw was cool with Nicki Minaj. Of absolutely. Absolutely. It's probably a lot of shit. A lot of shit gonna come out. Oh hell. Because this still gonna make it hard for the rest of us YouTubers. The more YouTubers that get sued over shit, like we were saying, I said this when it was Tasha K. It's going to add more and more restrictions to the rest of us who are just slanging and banging, like Brie would say. Who are just slanging and banging on here and just telling it like it is, because of people who are like having people talk in their ear or taking fucking funds to do fuckery. And like I said, no matter what amount of funds you done took is not, or made from the clicks and views, or took from this one or that one, or this one daddy or that one husband or whatever, it ain't gonna make. And you, of course, Millie would be cool with Nicki Minaj. It gives the same type of energy. Bruh, a lot of shit gonna come out. Meg Meg is using this Milagros shit to drag all of them, and she told them. Academics gonna be fucked. That dude, what's his name? Aiden Ross, I believe. The little white woman. He talked about he wanna leave America. These niggas gonna have to leave the country. Okay? They're gonna have to leave the fucking country. Nicki Minaj gonna be dragged up in it. You right, she ain't say shit about Meg the Stallion. And Meg is with Clay Thompson now. There's a lot of shit she could say if she wanted to. If it was not a fucking word. Cause she know. Bree right. Go subscribe to Couture Base channel, okay? She be on it. You know, I be going back and forth between my woman empowerment and we gonna talk shit about a bitch, you know. But Bree is full on celebrity news. She be going, okay? So, and she's in Asia now because why would you want to be here? Child, why did I hear? This is news, okay? Y'all know I love my news. I read a lot of articles. You know that. It was this guy who works for a college or some shit. They told him, I told y'all they gonna try them walls. I told y'all months ago, those walls aren't to keep the Mexicans and the Hispanics out. They're to keep us in. That beef with Canada and Mexico is to cause strife. So whenever we trying to run, they're hoping that Canada and Mexico will completely shut their doors on all Americans. I doubt they do. I doubt they do. But that's what they're hoping. They're hoping to trap us here. There was a guy, he's a professor somewhere. I read a lot. I go through a lot of content. So I don't remember everything. Okay. I'm getting to that age. Okay. I need to take Unco Galuba or whatever the fuck to help my memory because I'm getting old. But y'all know my birthday coming up, right? In less than a month. Y'all already know. 11/20. It's your girl. It's turning 40 fucking 5. 45 and fine. You see my face? You see my face? I ain't got no makeup on. You see my face? But listen. So the guy, they won't let him leave the country. He wasn't on no list or nothing like that or nothing. Well, he's on a list, apparently. He was going to another country to speak on what's happening here. Like a professor dude. He was going to another, let's say he was going to Oxford or whatever, to give a talk. They told that nigga he can't leave. At the airport. Don't come here. Yes, the oysters, girl. I make a lot of oysters. I think that's why I've been losing weight. I ain't gonna hold you. I eat oysters at least once a week. I do. Especially since I found out that you can get them shucked at the fish market. Because I get a lot of fish for the most part. You know, I try to, balance it. And fish is healthy. And I've been losing mad weight. If y'all have not realized, look at my collarbone. You can see that hole. I ain't been able to see this bitch. And let me show y'all shoulder. Look at that. I ain't see that shit in like a couple years. Anyway, but I think it's because I eat oysters at least once a week. I go and I make them shuck it, and then I eat some of them raw, but I be Rockefelling it up. Okay, I do. I be Rockefelling it up. I love me some oysters. Don't mind me. That's just what it is. All right. I be trying. Please engage with the live stream. She said her voice when she's on live make me cringe. I don't know. It's just hard for me to listen. It's the fake voice. It's that Queen's voice. I keep telling y'all about these Queens girls. No shade, because all of them are like that. And I know a lot of Brooklyn girls who act like that too. I used to do that. Well, no, my homegirl used to do that. Her ass from Brooklyn. I tried to do it. Remember back in the day, I used to say, I'm gonna try talking like Mariah Carey. Real soft, real I don't want to. Because it kind of gives mental illness. You don't have to keep the Brooklyn in your voice, but to be like this is kind of weird. And Nicki, I don't think that's not Nicki Minaj's real voice. Okay. and to be trying to speak like a Barbie or whatever for the last 20, almost 20 years. Yeah, no. It's cringy. It's cringy. She said, Keisha says stress is what provokes it. Um, she said, yes, a certain blogger talked about this on his platform when he said she's going to jail for that. Okay, I know what blogger you're talking about because he be all up in the shit. We know, but we ain't gonna say his name on here. Okay, I just don't want to. But yeah, and if she's putting it on, and just if Millie really was putting this shit on fucking Discord, bruh, like that's kind of sociopathic. So that's kind of a sociopath. No shade, no tea. Like what? That's what the dark web is for. No shade. Don't get me wrong. I don't have a dark web account or any. I don't even know how that works. But that's kind of what the dark web is for. For those people who do horrible shit to be over there and it not come back to fuck their lives up. But like Discord, what? For like subscribers to see? No shade, but I don't know y'all. I know a lot about a lot of y'all, but like I don't know y'all in real life, Like what? For Megs to think Meg Lawyer ain't going through your Discord is crazy. For thinking they can't subpoena Discord is crazy. For thinking it couldn't happen is crazy. That's why I don't understand. Like I don't. I believe, and this is what I say and I mean when I say sometimes when you have no empathy, you know how there's people who have no empathy. They just, they sociopaths kind of. You have to learn, those people have to learn how to do things that normal people would do, you know, that, if something happened, I read somewhere about a guy, he's sociopath, but he don't want to be, right? So he literally, since he was a child, been learning appropriate responses to things because they don't understand appropriate responses to things, to fucked up things. They will just kill you and be like, whatever. Or, some crazy shit will happen and they don't understand appropriate responses, right? And I don't think she understands that. I don't think she understands that. Or maybe, she doesn't, that's just who she is. And she doesn't understand that those are not appropriate responses. You don't go and see and break into a room and record somebody getting essayed and be laughing about it. And then you don't go and then turn around and take that recording and post it on social media and not understand why you are getting the reactions from people that you are receiving. You don't go and post AI or no about somebody and don't understand why they're going to sue your ass. You have to not understand like human nature. You gotta not understand really human nature and responses to be able to do some shit like that. Like I was saying earlier, serial killers and shit like that. They have learned over the years. That's why people say Dahmer and Bundy and it's not who their neighbors would never think. Their wives would never think. And I know a lot of times we said, well, how would you not know you living with a psychopath? You living, da 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 da. Because they have studied. Whether they recognize that they have studied it, a lot of them do, and they'll tell you that if you ever like paid attention to like interviews from these psychos. They study human nature and responses and how people respond to things, even though that is not natural to them, they do it anyway. Our fine divine. Hey D, how are you? Hello?
Hey, darling, how are you, child? I keep forgetting. I got to use StreamYard.
You breaking up a little
StreamYard
bit.
needs to hire some people. Stop using the AI because come back.
You breaking up a little bit. Okay, he's gonna come back because he was breaking up a little bit. She said, I don't know, but maybe because I don't understand why she don't understand why she's in a shitload of situation, why she about to be fucked. I don't understand. I don't. Um, I don't know how old Millie is. I think she's in her 30s, early 30s, possibly. Maybe like 32, 33. I'm not sure, but I think so. Um, we're talking about a lot of people, child. She said, no wonder she loves it. Yeah, because fucked up people like fucked up people. You make excuses for it because there's some fucked up shit you would do. You know? That's why they always say, you don't want to. I could tell a lot about you from your friend group. You got a lot of fucked up friends, bitch. I don't want to be around you. I have a girl right now that I was kind of cool with. We semi cool. I ain't even gonna hold you. We semi cool, but I don't want to. I can't be too cool with you because your friends is fucked up. And I might be like, oh, you cool, but I'm only seeing that part of you. And for you to have so much fucked up friends that do all this fucked up shit, that tells me that you might be real fucked up too. I just don't see it. So we cool, but we can't be cool. You know what I'm saying? We cool, but we can't be cool because that saying of birds of a feather flock together is real shit. I don't want you just a fucked up bitch around me. I don't want it. I don't want it because then I start making excuses for horrible shit. I don't want to have to make excuses for horrible shit because you're my friend and you did some horrible shit. I'm not talking about normal shit. You could cheat on your boyfriend or whatever. I don't care. But like some horrible shit. Y'all know what I mean. Like, I'm not judging you if whatever, bitch. I don't really judge. But if you do some real fucked up, horrible shit and you act like that shit is normal, or you do some like, the fuck, and you think that shit is normal, I can't. I don't want to be around it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all know I be trying to evolve into more evergreen, let's say, content, but I still be celebrity news and gossip ass bitch in my heart. In my heart. She said the trial starts on the 14th. Okay. Like 2 weeks. What's today? 2.5 weeks. Boy, or she said, ooh, ooh, ooh. Hey.
Hey, darling, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Child, StreamYard don't like me. I think they hate me. It's okay, baby. It's okay. I'm not Milagro. Don't hate me like Milagro though. Listen, um, I was seeing a little remedial shade that I wasn't impressed with what Cardi B was doing with Armon. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, you could have went harder, baby. Give us all the tea. Tell us exactly where he was getting the nose powder from, what powder room he was going to. Tell us about all the sexual escapades, the Diddy like situations going on in LA. Tell us about that, baby. We know he ain't
You
have
know
no
she
life.
know. You know
Yes,
she know.
tell us the tea. Tell us about all of the escorting prostitution type situation scenarios, him, the not, and the rest of them. Uh, no shade to those who partake, in the, I don't have to do that. I'm educated. It's Dr. Divine One now. So
Hello.
thank you. And I'm over here planning for my kingdom to build, and I don't have to. I don't want that type of foundation. But with Armand, it was. Now I understand the situation with Cardi B and Tasha K.
Hmm.
With Tasha K, I saw the inferences of the anti-blackness that
Yeah.
she was addressing, and I'm okay with that. But what Tasha K I think she was totally valid in what she was doing with Cardi B. I'm sorry, but you are a non-black person coming into black spaces, profiting, and not only that, you weren't claiming your Afro Latina heritage then. You were
Hmm.
you were very differential. You were differentiating back then.
Yeah.
Okay, so and my issue with Tasha K is this parasocial dynamic with her and Nicki Minaj. Of course, it was parasocial because at the point, the biggest disrespect that Nicki Minaj could have did to Cardi B was to pay that $4 million for Tasha K.
That's what I thought. I'm not gonna hold you. When Tasha K started regurgitating things Nikki was saying, I was like, I hope Nikki wrote you a $4 million check. That's what I was saying in my mind. I said she better wrote you that $4 million check.
You have to have the
Because
$4 million to write the check.
that's
Okay. Now I do believe the allegations about Cardi B and Payola. I do believe that because nobody really pushing this last album. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice little cute album, sweetie. I'm still deducting points for timeliness. It's been several years.
damn near a decade.
How long did you stay in the 10th grade, girl, to where you think this is appropriate for a sophomore year album? Girl, goodbye. It was quite quaint. It's giving a little bit.
Hmm.
But I'm not a Cardi B fan, but I don't hate her. But
Yeah,
I have to recognize that, you know, as far as the dynamic with her and Nicki, that yeah, Cardi B was supposed to be Nicki's replacement. So
yeah.
was Iggy Azalea, because
Yeah.
they was pushing her for a little minute. Ti and them. Okay.
Hmm.
And I love that people have all of this newfound respect for what the boy saying that not like us. What his name? Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. Hmm.
Yeah, I will never forgive him for defending Iggy Azalea back in 2013 when Azalea Banks was dragging Iggy Azalea for her black scent, and Azalea Banks was getting a lot of hate back then. And Kendrick Lamar, I think it was an MTV interview. Rest in peace, MTV. But Kendrick Lamar was out there. Oh well, if God chose her to told her to do this, what God is that child? I think does her God name begin with the letter S for Satan? Maybe I don't know, but that's when I was like, yeah, he seems kind of like the industry plan, and I think I'm still correct in that assessment. But as it relates to Nicki Minaj, look, I've been telling people for years. And now that she doesn't, the fan base that she has just isn't fanning. They're not the gay white men that support her. They're not coming out in droves to get dragged for her.
Yeah, they're growing up and she's not.
Exactly. I mean, I saw no growth in her lyrical ability. Foot, 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 foot. Megan just dragged your ass with one verse. Not
Yes,
one verse. What? Two little rhymes. These folks don't be mad at Megan. These folks mad at Megan's law.
true.
The
That's why
best
I
you
said I can't listen to Nikki because it don't make sense and it annoys me.
What annoys me is that you basically stole the style. You basically used Lil Kim as a template, and then you did your little grimy snake stuff. And then when the same thing happened with Cardi B and you don't
She
see the
want to
snake.
play victim and she
Yeah,
don't
this
see
is
the
karma.
correlation.
Yeah, you had 10 years where it's not that there were no girls in the game. You were stopping those girls back. And that's what they really scared about with this Milagros situation is how many people was she's a paid attack dog for.
Hmm.
Okay, so with Malignant, Maleficent, or whatever her little name is, I don't have no sympathy for you. You are one. She had no problem when it came to attacking black women. Okay, on behalf of somebody else. Okay, the little situation with Daystar, Night Star, and them, and nobody can rub together two pennies, a couple of nickels to get you a decent attorney, a decent First Amendment attorney.
Nope.
Okay, what you did with the money? What happened to all the money? You wasn't getting no money. You was so you mean you was doing this for free?
For free or nickels and dimes.
Okay, and I have to give if I given her her lashes, I have to give Tasha K her lashes too. Ain't no way I would have been mentioning going in on behalf of Nicki Minaj, and
Not
she didn't write my check.
not
She,
one
she
bit.
didn't she didn't write that $4 million. You should have wrote that. You could have wrote that off on your taxes as a
Yep.
donation. Here, First Amendment donation. Protect the first. You could have started a nonprofit. First Amendment protect. Well, you would have to have the intelligence and the intellect to think like that. Okay, we know that can't be true by the choice of the mate that she chose to marry. Okay, so yeah, I'm look. I'm not a barb. I don't like Nikki because Nikki tends to do some anti-black stuff to
She
black
do a lot
women.
of anti-black stuff.
Okay, so
And I
that's why.
really don't like it. And because it makes it like, oh, because she Caribbean. No, she's just a fucked up person.
She
Because like
really is.
people don't act like that.
No,
Like that is no, don't put that on. She's just a fucked up person.
a lot of Caribbean women are very upright
Yeah,
as
it's
far as
not.
yeah, it's not yeah, as far as with the diaspora wars, child. You look, y'all better start deep diving into some of these anonymous profiles. You're going to see a white man behind those profiles. It's
Yes.
just what it is. Um, but as it relates to who else we was talking about? Armon, I already covered him. Nikki, child, I've been off of her. Um, it's just like, and I want to make sure I'm clear with this, y'all. Baby, y'all get close to the speaker. Listen to me with this one, okay? In the gay community, height and penis size, yes, it's a sexual identity, but money trumps everything.
Hmm.
You can be the ugliest gay person and can't nobody tell you nothing because they're gonna pull the hottest guys.
Yeah.
Okay, look at Magic Johnson's
Yeah.
son, whatever that is, child. You ain't have the surgery. I'm not recognizing your children. I'm not playing that you get hysterics. Have the surgery, okay? The cost to womanhood is one inverted penis. You ain't
Get rid
inverted
of
no
it.
penis. I'm
Fuck
calling
that
you
shit.
Mister. You are Mister, okay? So yeah, I'm sorry, T.S. Madison, if you feel some type of way, sir. Until you get your inverted penis, I'm not calling you whatever you want to call. I want to be a billionaire, so when I get off this call, I'm going to Bank of America. I identify as a billionaire, so I need $100 million. They're gonna pop me upside my head, and I'm gonna wake up in jail.
Hmm.
Okay, but as it relates to in the gay community, money rules all. The one thing people don't discuss is the racism in the gay community, the anti-blackness, the colorism, the featureism.
Yeah.
But all that goes away when you got money.
Yeah.
I'm just as tall as anybody I want to be standing on my wallet. Okay, so is you have to look at the character of the people that you're addressing. It's highly money motivated. Um, People turn a blind eye to a lot of bad behavior based off of somebody's net worth.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why we have the clown
That's true.
we have in office right now.
Yep.
Okay, I'm not gonna feel sorry for those people on the EBT cards because a lot of them thought that, oh, we want Donald Trump because we're gonna get the stimmies. Why did we need the stimmies to begin with? Was because of his benign mediocrity.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why we needed the stimmies and we needed the PP loans then. He's not giving you that now. We have a 5 point something trillion dollar tax cut in the big beautiful bill that they passed. All that there's not going to be any money for farm subsidies. Sorry, farmers. Okay, there's a reason why we're giving Venezuela or Argentina $20 billion, 20-40 billion for their little cheap nasty steaks and stuff, their beef and cattle. We have ranchers here. Okay, so yes, you had a lot of people that were one issue. Oh well, this transgender situation is getting out of hand. Well, I want to eat.
Yeah.
I want to save roads.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't want to have to go any place and have to worry about beating up Proud Boys and Boogaloo Boys because I'm not that black person that you're gonna run your mouth and I'm gonna get with the rhythm of the hands. You don't want to see my southpaw. I'm 1970s. We don't get up off your ass that quick. Okay, we're gonna have to be cool.
You said I always see my southpaw. You left-handed like I'm left-handed. Go ahead.
You don't want to see me. You don't want to see me, baby.
You don't want to see me. You ain't gonna see it coming.
That's 1970s. Whoop your ass, baby. We don't get up off you. Okay, they're gonna have to call rescue 911, animal control, police. They're gonna need a National Guard. You're gonna need all them people to get me off your ass. Okay, so that's the way. Look, I'm gonna need for black men. Y'all gonna have to look. Y'all gonna have to start punching some white people and white men in the face when they get out of line with your own. Stop. Put the camera down and whoop some ass. Pass the phone to somebody and say, "Hey, record this. I need this for the police. Really, I need it for the Instagram because you about to go viral for this ass whooping I'm about to bestow upon you."
Yep.
Flying kicks and elbows and everything, baby, and I bite.
Like I don't understand it. I be like, why are you recording? I be like, how the fuck your ass up?
You recording and the police come and they still don't do nothing. No. I'm okay with going to jail for a upright, righteous reason. If I have to whoop somebody's ass to get some respect, then that's just what it's gonna be.
What the fuck I'm gonna do? Yep, absolutely.
Okay. So all of these, I was in Vegas and I saw all of the Latin people walking around. I was like, I see why ICE ain't coming to Las Vegas. I see these Mexicans walking around with their side pieces on.
You see, they thought they coming to New York. They just got their ass beat again in the city. Even our white people give it up.
And then you have, who is that? Stephen Miller just yesterday talking about that ICE agents enjoy federal immunity. No, you don't. No, you don't. So at some point, what's going to happen, and I think that's what they're counting on, is for some of these ICE agents to become hashtags so that they can have a reason. Okay, I see they ain't going to Lincoln, Ohio with the shit.
Nope.
Okay, you saw what happened to the Proud Boys last year.
Yeah.
They told them boys up, and the state police that came with them too. They showed them no thing. Look.
Fuck
Some
around,
people
find out.
Thank you.
Everybody's not recording, bro. We just gonna throw hands. I'm
Okay.
gonna throw hands. Like everybody.
And there is a reason why they're going to mainly Democratic cities. Obviously, it's politically motivated, but the number one reason is because of stand your ground. Nevada is stand your ground. I was shocked that they were trying to go into Oregon. I was like, y'all do realize that's a stand your ground and a fair combat state. So if you throwing fists, the police ain't gonna stop you.
Yeah.
Okay, you trying to go to Washington State for what? That's a stand your ground too.
Yeah.
So you're going to eventually. That's what they're counting on. They're already trying to push this narrative. I'm gonna end on this. They're already trying to push this narrative of Donald Trump running for a third term. Look, his vagina neck. You seen him with that they call it a pussy neck child. The turtleneck, they calling it a pussy neck child. I'm sorry. I said, forgive me, YouTube, for using salty language. But that was an adjective, a descriptor, a slang, if you will. I'm counting. I'm literally child. Look. I need the online witches. I need y'all to get on the clock. Okay, I've been burning my sage and wiggling my chicken foot on over his pictures too, child. I'm using the old roots too. This man, we will be fortunate if he was to die in office
Yeah.
of natural causes. That will break the fever in the Republican Party. They don't have anybody that's going to be able to replace him.
Nope.
You can say what you want about him. He is likable to an extent. I don't like him. I never did. But I always
I
saw him as
hope
the
all of that busting up of the White House for this ballroom. I hope the spirits of all the people, black people who built that bitch, who probably might be underneath that bitch, come and take his soul.
hmm I'm looking at even with the destruction. It was supposed to just be an add-on to the East Wing. It wasn't supposed to be it wasn't supposed to be demolished. So he did not get that approved through Congress. To make that type of alteration, you have to get that approved through Congress. So the Republicans are just letting him run roughshod
Yeah.
until what's going to happen is once you, I mean, it was nice to see the peaceful protesters. That was nice. But um, unfortunately, eventually, you're going to have to speak the language of the enemy. And
There you
that
go.
language is violence.
There you go.
What I'm going to advise Black people in this rest era, in which we are not going to be everybody's free labor, we're not going to be fighting for everybody else's cause.
Nope.
We're not going to be the on the front line for
Not
civil
at all.
rights, but
Mhm.
we're the last to be considered for our issues and situations.
We gonna be
Uh,
the last ones coming outside. They better
thank
be turning it up.
But in this season of rest era, you must be vigilant. It's
Yeah.
time to go get those concealed carry permits. It's time to go get your AR-15. It's time to go get your 9mm. Okay, it's time to start putting down the phones and putting foots in people's asses.
Hmm.
On that note, I wish everyone here, except Armand, a wonderful day.
He in the comments. I know fake name. I see him. But thank you, Divine.
Problem, darling.
All right, later. Oh my gosh. We're gonna finish up these comments and get the heck up out of here because I'm going to get me my oysters. Okay. Okay. I'm feeling them. I'm feeling them. I'm about to go get me these oysters, y'all. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. All donations is thoroughly appreciated. Y'all see the Cash App going across the screen, Zelle, all that good stuff. Okay. Um, y'all, I told y'all we about to go get our teeth done. Mama, we try. Ooh, girl, I I would just pop up here one day. I would just pop up here one day, grilling from ear to ear like my name Armon. I would just pop up, and y'all just gonna be like, "Bitch," I'll be like, "He." Oh my god. Uh, TJ said that definitely makes sense. That's probably why she's going so hard on Rock Nation because she probably was behind the scenes to putting a battery in Milagros' bag. Yeah, I didn't think about that until Bree said it. You know, sometimes we need each other to pick up. Cause I picked up what she was. As soon as she put it down, I picked it up. Like, oh Lord. She said, "I love the politics too." Me too. Me too. I do. I do. I really do. Um, Facts trapping. Yes. Yes. Don't come back. Thank you, girl. Yes, 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 yes. I'm about to be 45 and fine. Okay. Don't let it don't let it confuse you, baby. I need yeah, you need to get a passport for your babies. Like Devon said, if you live in a state that got them things, you need to go get you some things and not just some regular things. You need to be like them boys in Atlanta. You know how them boys in Atlanta give it up, you know? You need to be like them boys in Atlanta and got all them AKs, them big old things. You need them things, okay? You need a bunch of different things. You might need a machete or two. Might need some shits. Okay, be prepared because when it go down, it's gonna go down. She says we're 80% pescatarian. I was thinking about just being a pescatarian, but I do love a good steak once in a while. That's the problem. Like a real good steak. The steaks have not been staking. Can I say that? I know it's a meat shortage, but like y'all, I go to the butcher. I don't go, my butcher, that motherfucker been open for like 50 years. Okay. Real shit. It's like third generation at this point, I believe. That shit been here forever. So they got the good meat. If you could live around me, you go there, right? You already know. You go there. I get steak. I used to get steaks that is too thick, bitch, thick. I went there to get a couple of pieces, and I was like, let me grab a steak, a couple of pieces of chicken, different shit. I said, let me grab a steak. That shit like 1 inch at best, and it's the same fucking price. No, it was a little bit more. It was a little bit more for a piece, like. But I decided I make lasagna tomorrow. Because the world is going to shit. So I'm trying to conserve. You don't know the price. But I hope y'all got all y'all 20-pound rices, y'all 5-pound bags of beans. We've been stacking this shit in our cabinets. We've been talking about this shit for months. So I know y'all are prepared, right? I know y'all are prepared. Y'all got the canned goods. Y'all got everything, right? So we prepared. Because it's not only the people who are going to lose food stamps. The food prices are just exorbitant. They're ridiculous. They're out. It's retarded. Okay? It's retarded. It's real shit retarded. So I'm about to get me these oysters and make this lasagna tomorrow. Okay. Jamie said to her, everything about Nikki is cringe. I get secondhand embarrassment for real. That's why I can't read her shit. Because it gives me secondhand embarrassment. And I'm like, I don't want to read it. I don't want to see somebody say all this dumb shit. The big foots. Like, shut the fuck up and make, like, I don't, when is the last time, I don't even know, that she has, like, tweeted a cohesive fucking sentence. That's weird. Yeah, it's like the movie about the man who took his daughter to the concert. Yes, I seen that too. I love my movies. Yes, whole regular degular, and nobody knew. Like, those are the people, those are the real scary people. But a lot of those people don't get to the point where they understand how to fake normal. Or maybe it's the star of it all. You people listening to you get ahead of yourself and you forget. And you forget because even though you're messy. So it's like, yeah, but what's the limit of the messy before people start seeing the sociopathic bullshit? The messy, a lot of people be messy. We all be messy a little bit. A lot of people be messy, but there's a limit to the messy before it goes from messy to like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. It's a point where it's like, okay, bitch, you wildin' now. Like, and maybe because our job is kind of messy in general, if you have that shit in you, you just go. And you forgot that you were supposed to pull back. You weren't supposed to say that. You weren't supposed to post that. You weren't supposed to let anybody know that you recorded a SA. You were just supposed to keep that as your trophy. That's what the sociopaths do, right? They keep those weird things as their trophies that you'll never know about, right? But maybe because, you got an audience, you forget. Like, oh, I'm still trying to play normal. I wasn't supposed to do that. Dazzle said, Milagros understand. However, the reality is she's been positively reinforced to be vicious, bully towards someone a group of people don't like. Yeah, that's a lot of people who do that shit. But that's my point. But there's something in you, regardless of positive reinforce, all of that, as a human being. You know what I'm saying? And I understand, and I get that. And that may also have to do with what I said, like maybe because the positive reinforcement, it doesn't click when this is wild crazy and I shouldn't do that. People get a lot of positive reinforcements for doing fucked up things. Yes. But then also people, there something in them, whether it's home training, decency, I don't know, that's like human nature, that's like, nah, that's a little bit too much. You can drag a bitch to death, but like, nah, that's a little bit too much. Nah, I don't want to talk about that. That's a little bit, that's I could drag this hoe for filth. I ain't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. I don't want to do that. I do that shit all the time. I drag people to death. A lot of YouTubers drag people to death, but there is some things that you will be like, you know what? Nah, that's too much. That's wild. I don't want to be that kind of person. Like, yeah, I'm gonna drag you, hoe, but I don't want to be that kind of person, you know? Oh. Hey, the sweetest girl. She said when people go through certain stuff, they become subhumane. You meant human or humane? Whatever. She has a personality disorder, if you ask me, maybe narcissistic disorder. And I do understand that she went through a lot of things when she was a kid. And maybe that's why. But at the end of the day, I always say, I said this before earlier in the video, and I'll say it again. I gotta understand. I can understand why you like that and still not want to fuck with you. For my own interest. As friends, as people like that. I can comprehend, I can empathize with the hardship you went through. But I ain't gotta put myself in it. I ain't gotta be better than or helpful or trying to help you. I've been there. I've been there. And those people, especially when you trying to be helpful and them bitches hate your soul. I have about 3-4 bitches I knew in my 20s that hate my fucking soul. These bitches that lived in my house, my mama house, making sure they not running, not in the streets, ain't got no choice but to sleep with a nigga for a place to stay. Whole hard lived with me. My mama house, my house when I had, done mad shit. They will hate. And I comprehended from then, even now, I understand it more now. I understand why they were like the way they were. Because of their mother, because of whatever. Mothers. But whatever. I comprehended that. And trying to be there. And all that will do is garner resentment and hate from them. From them to you. Because whatever person, I don't know his name, that was being essayed was probably at that party and was her alleged friend. And knew she was kind of fucked up, but like, I ain't gonna treat, I'm not gonna treat her like that. I'm gonna be cool, and then you end up like, what's her name? Whatever, Jax, the girl who died in Mexico by the fake friends. Trying to be there for bitches who are fucking horrible human beings. Trying to make their lives, trying to help or trying to no. I can understand. I can empathize. I can wish you the fucking best. I do. But to have that in, no. To be, no. Because you just gonna, and I know this for a fact, you just gonna, no matter what I do, you sleep in my fucking house every day for 2-3 fucking years, you still gonna hate and resent me. Because the audacity of me. You still gonna hate and resent me. I could have done so much shit to help you. Swallowed so much shit. Lost other friends because, like, bitch, you don't see this person. Yeah, but they need help. You all right, bitch. They need help. No, bitch. And you end up losing your real friends to try to help a bitch who ain't shit, ain't never gonna be shit, regardless of why. Ain't gonna hate you because you have the audacity to want them to be a better bitch. Let me show you that I'm not a better bitch. That's how they get down. So no, I don't want no parts of it. No. And I'm telling you, you don't want no parts of it either. You don't want no parts of people who are like that. You don't want no parts of people who are like that. Yes, I'm left-handed. I knew what he said. That's how I whop your ass and you don't even see it coming. Wow. Like, baby, that's southpaw. I get it. And he redoing a bunker because he gonna be trapped in there with the souls of the people, of the enslaved people who built that bitch. Yes, child, you're gonna have to go rewind. We almost at 2 hours at this point. She said reset. Yes. Now some of them leave a trial to get caught. Yes. 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 I have learned that fucking lesson, okay? Wanting to be decent, wanting to be helpful, wanting to be nice. I literally spent my fucking youth, 25 and younger. Well, I was married by 24, but even that, trying to be helpful, trying to help fucked up people. I knew they was fucked up. But they don't have nowhere to go. I don't want, y'all know how I am. I don't want you have to go fuck a nigga for a home because you can't, because your mama kicked you out, or bitch, come stay at my house. My mama will let you stay. That's how I used to be. My mama, y'all know mama, she will open up her fucking doors, especially back then. My mama will let you stay. I'm not going to let, because I know if I don't let you stay, you going to be fucking for a place to sleep tonight. Let's just keep it. Now, I don't want you to be fucking for a place to sleep tonight. And let you use my clothes and let you, bitch. I had a bitch that, no, I'm not going to say it. Let you, and they wicked. They don't fuck with you. They just want to, and they hate you because you got a decent fucking spirit. Because you ain't wicked like them. They resent you. They hate you that you don't have the burden on you that they have on them. They hate your guts. And you trying to be decent, you trying to be nice, is just going to make them bitches hate your guts more. They're just going to try to set you up for fucking destruction. They just want to be around you to try to see you fail. Shit like that. You don't need that energy. They out here in you and you don't even know it. You think that's your homegirl. She don't put them Haitian roots on you. You don't even know. You don't even know. You think it's cool. It's not. So stay away from people like that. They're damaged. I'm sorry, but I can't do it. You're damaged and you living in your damage and that's your life and no. That is, I'm sorry for you, but I can't fuck with it. You're around a bunch of fucked up people. You make excuse for your fucked up friends. We can be associates, bitch. We can't be friends. We can't be friends. We can't do it. you rationalize fuck shit. Because to be with bitches like that, you rationalize and fuck shit. I was at a point, like, again, was rationalizing. My friend, like, she didn't mean it. No, she did. Well, my friends would do fucked up shit to other friends and da-da-da-da. And I'm the bitch, they turned around and did it to me. They meant it. My bad. Rationalizing fuck shit. No. All right, y'all. I'm gonna be out of here. I appreciate y'all for coming. I'm about to go get my oysters. All right. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And as always, I hope you live your life like it's golden because there's no other way to live it.